Warning, the following show contains strong language and content that may not be suitable for a younger audience. The show can also contain spoilers for any and all anime and manga, so always check the description below for any relevant spoiler warnings. Thanks for listening.
Welcome back to the Yellowknife Community Podcast. I'm Barry Goldman, joined by my dad, Roy Fizzlebottom.
Hello!
Also joining me on this fine occasion is Walter
Smith.
Walter
Smith.
Walter Jabrat. How did you say it again?
Walter Smith.
No, Walter Jabrata there. Walter Jabrata here. Well, today we're going to talk about the quality of our drinking water, community events upcoming in the community, and the number 83. Why is this significant, Roy? Why would you call your dad by your first name?
I don't know. Why would you do that?
Can I break the act for a second?
Yeah.
And just ask what weirdos call their parents by their first name. It's uncomfortable when I listen to it.
I had to. I used to work with my dad, so it was really weird because at work you can't really say dad because it'd be a weird, really weird thing. So when I used to have to call him because he was the manager, like when we worked in a sports store, I'd have to call him over on the little intercom.
Yo, Dad, come here.
Yeah, it'd be like, John, can you come to the tills, please, John?
Oh,
John, can you come over? I need you. And it was a bit weird. I always felt a bit,
maybe in the continuity, Roy Fizzlebottom is like a father-in-law.
Maybe. Because a lot of stepdads, you don't call them stepdad. You just call them...
No, you don't call them dad usually, so...
I will only be referring to my stepfather as daddy.
Okay.
Oh.
Or papa.
Oh,
Papa.
Papa. Anyways, 83 is a good number. Why is that?
The number 83 is a significant one in all of our lives. Because it's quite a riveting tale, in fact.
It's the age your wife Noisy left you at.
Don't mention that bitch to me. That bitch will burn in hell.
Sorry,
and be right.
No. Roy, stop. You always get carried away.
I'm sorry. I'm only joking, Noisy. I'm only joking, Noisy. I love you. He left me for a younger, sleeker model, Sherbet.
Oh, those two, I swear to God.
But then I found true... Oh, I'm breaking my voice. I've broken character. Roy Fizzlebottom found...
What is this?
It's the time when you tell me the best albums from 1983?
Yes, but wait, first we gotta know what show this is.
What show is this? This is the Onarigaru tribute show. We're going to be talking all about Onarigaru.
The whole time we're talking about Onarigaru.
If you didn't know what Onarigaru... No, we're not really. April Fools, even though this is going to be way past April Fools, and it's not even April Fools when we're recording this.
It could be April Fools. It's not funny.
What's the name of the show? Nah, you've never told us. What is it?
The name of this show.
Mm-hmm.
That we're currently on.
Yes.
Welcome to the wide world of sports.
Close.
I like curling.
Buddies.
I like curling.
This is
Curling
iron.
This is the
Welcome to the curling specific section of Sports Time.
Oh, Canada.
This is the Fantasy Curling League podcast, just like fantasy football, but for curling
I want
leagues.
Trudeau and Geddy Lee on the same team, please.
I traded them.
I do have a pitch squirreled away. After the popularity of Yuri on Ice just shot off like a rocket, I have my curling anime ready to go.
Does it have Yowie, though?
I was going to say, the Yowie needs to be in there.
You had better believe there's Yowie.
Wait, is it Yowie with Trudeau?
Not exclusively, but it can be.
Right.
A Trudeau harem.
I wouldn't like that.
As long as Trudeau and Trump have a curling match that ends in them making out on the ice, then that'll be okay.
Oh no.
I mean, I can't guarantee it's in there, but I also want to keep this under the hat for right now. I have quite a few offers from famous studios.
Just in case anyone's looking.
Don't give away spoilers.
Yeah, don't steal our ideas.
This is coming next season. They're really ahead on the animation.
People are already poaching our ideas. Mugi X Cake, Cards Against Anime, all animated news, all these things are getting scooped up and ferreted away. I'm pretty certain I saw a guitarist who's claiming to be Robert Johnson, but he's not the handshaking expert.
Jackasses on some show called Whose Line Is It Anyway, taking our hoedowns.
These son of a
Are you
bitches.
kidding?
I don't appreciate that.
Fuck you, Drew Carey. Only joking, I love Drew Carey. But this is, Manga Raiders.
He's not even on the show anymore.
I have not seen it in that long.
Wait, stop! Drew Carey is not on The Price is Right anymore?
No,
Drew Carey's not on Whose Line Is It Anyway anymore. It's hosted by Aisha Tyler, who I still love.
Okay, okay.
Can I come clean? I didn't even know that Whose Line Is It Anyway is still on the air.
It came back.
In my brain, that ended years ago.
When you said Drew Carey, I only thought of The Price is Right. So, okay.
And Royal Rumble 2001. He made an appearance. He was in the Royal Rumble.
Manga Raiders Community Happy Hour.
That's what we are. This is a manga podcast.
Boy, we lack structure when it's the three of us, huh?
Hey, stop. Cut it out.
Cut what out?
I am the Manimal. And also...
What are you doing?
It's vacant.
Hey!
Also Nair.
I am Nair.
He is Nair.
It's the same crew as last episode. We're back again by popular demand.
Delivering you a dynamic episode.
And
the 10 great albums from 1983 would be Metallica's Kill 'Em All, Bryan Adams' Cuts Like a Knife, Def Leppard Pyromania, Quiet Riot, Metal Health, Iron Maiden, Peace of Mind, Dio, Holy Diver, not JoJo, you frickin' weirdo, AC/DC, Flick of the Switch, Kiss, Lick It Up, Cyndi Lauper, She's So Unusual, and Ozzy Osbourne, Bark at the Moon. Those are 10 great albums from 1983. This has been the countdown of hits. And okay, let's get on with it.
Let's get on.
How was your week there?
My week was pretty good. In preparing for Persona 5 coming out tomorrow, I beat Nier Automata with the Platinum Trophy, and that is easily on one of my best games of all time list now.
Wow.
Like it's nudging Persona 3 and Earthbound and a couple other titles that I love to death.
You gotta
Boy, that's a good game. Touching for reasons I can't even mention without spoilers. But go play that game if you can. Oof.
Oof. I said last episode, it's on my to-do list. Maybe in the summer, when the slew of quality titles slows down.
I'll put it higher on the list. You won't regret it. My man.
Is it above or past Call of Duty Ghosts?
It's pretty above.
A little bit.
I mean, nothing is ever going to beat Wheel of Fortune for the Nintendo Entertainment System, but
I know.
I'll be damned if it doesn't come close to my pixelated Pat Sajak.
Who's that?
It's the host of Wheel of Fortune. Goddamn.
Really?
Okay, anywho, I've also finished a light novel called The Faraway Paladin, Volume 1. It's good and kind of bizarre. It is about a little boy who is the reincarnation of a modern weeaboo man who died, but he comes back as a little boy.
An otaku, or where's this set in?
It is set in a fantasy world where it's just an old temple, and he's being raised by 3 undead.
Yeah, but would he be a weeb or an otaku though?
Either one, whatever. I don't. Kind of interchangeable for me.
No, they're kind of different, but okay.
Well.
Because it depends on what his, where he's from,
Listen
what his race
here,
is.
Ian interrupting.
Ian
That's
interrupting?
Right, sassy name for you.
I'm Ian interrupting.
We are talking over each other a lot. I want to apologize, Manimal, because I did it to you a lot a few minutes ago.
I don't care.
It's okay. It's all right, then.
Yeah. Anyways, this kid is raised by 3 undead, and it's like the first book is all just kind of set up, but it's really good, and I'm looking forward to the second one.
Mm-hmm.
And
How
then,
many in the series?
There's one so far. The second volume is done, and it's going to be translated and published end of this month.
Okay. So you're up to
Alongside
speed.
volume 2 of Konosuba, the light novel. I'm currently reading the Occultic 9 novel, and
Hopefully it's better than the show.
it's about the same, but I spent the money on this one, so I'm gonna power through.
How does it describe the boobs?
Let me tell you, it focuses obnoxious amounts of time on her boobs, which
Like just in writing with great detail.
Yeah, like
yes,
Tolkien-esque
you don't even get the pleasure of
descriptions.
looking at them. It's just some guy
There's
going,
no pleasure
"Oh."
looking at it. It's silly. It looks like an infection.
Well, I've got an infection
Erection.
for Oh, dang it! You took it away from me.
Sorry. I'm jumping all over. We do lack structure when it's just us. I'm sorry.
That's what we're doing here. Jesus Christ.
Structure and manners.
Sorry. I apologize. I retract my statement.
Goodbye.
Now you're good.
That's exciting, there.
I saw the Power Rangers movie, but we can talk about that later.
We do movie talk later.
Okay.
I got something.
We'll get through the weeks and then we can do a little bit of news and then some movie talk and then obviously first impressions for the spring season of what come out so far. What did you say? Sorry, Manimal, it broke up.
And a little bit of Mugi X Cake.
Oh yeah, of course. We've got to have an exciting installment of Mugi X Cake once again for all you people. So don't worry, it's going to be there. Keep listening.
Yep. How was your week, Vacant?
I was waiting. I was waiting politely. It's been a really good one. I must say, a lot of stuff's gone on. It's payday, so always good in the end of the month. Where to start,
Wait,
really?
Get paid every month?
Yeah.
Oh. Is that how it works in the UK, or?
I mean, you generally get money for your job, yes. That's mostly the reason for going.
You get paid every 2 weeks here.
Really? I mean, it depends on the job. I've been in weekly pay, weekly pay, monthly pay, end of the month pay, like last day of the month, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, depends on the job, I guess, here.
Yeah.
But...
Well, I learned something new on this episode.
Well, we try. So, with that money, I went and... We'll kick it right off the bat. I'm going to say I'm sorry now, but as of the date of this recording, it is the 3rd of April. Something turned up in the mail today, which I wasn't expecting until tomorrow. The collector's edition of Persona 5. I've just bumped the mic because I was that excited.
Bastard.
Yeah, all my plans went out the window for today. Yeah, that's... Oh, it's so good. It's so good. I don't want to go into it because I don't want to spoil anything. It's a really, really enjoyable game. It's just funny seeing the PS3 level of graphics now. It's like, oh my god, Persona has finally caught up to the PS3 era. Yeah, some of it's a bit bad. Like, when you're on the train, it's just these really, 2006-ish style PS3 graphics, or 7, because it wasn't out then, but, but really good, really stylish. I really enjoy it, and just one thing I'll say, which has kind of caught me by surprise, the first antagonist that you meet, the first challenge, basically, I've only played the first about 4.5, 5 hours of it, but, oh, I hate that guy. It really got me invested. I've not been annoyed at a villain in a game or in a show or a book for a fair few years, but this one really pisses you off. I really hate this guy. I can't wait to fight him and beat him. He's only the first boss, I guess. I'm assuming he's going to be the first boss, but they did a really good job of making you hate him. Really well set up, but it's an awesome game. I can't wait to play more of it. It's amazing, and next week, me and Nair will be having an extended talk about it when he's got it as well, so it's all good. Maybe Sherbert if he comes out the wilderness. You will have it. It's all good. Art book's really cool. It's all good. The little school bag came. Don't know what I'm going to do with that, but whatever. But just before Persona 5 came out, just like now, I was hammering through a game, which was Final Fantasy 15. Finally finished it. I'm happy with it. That's done for me now. Got all the weapons and everything. Finished the story. A little bit emotional. I like the ending. There's nothing. I guess I missed the boat massively on this one. I can't really say anything about it. Yeah, it was good. It was worth playing. If anyone's hesitating on Final Fantasy 15, play it. It's good, and you'll enjoy it. My criticism from last week, no, still hold up. Some of it could have been written a bit better, but whatever. And then on the other end of entertainment, as we all know, it was WrestleMania last night. So I'm running on fumes a little bit because I was up until 5:30 watching that in a bar. 7-hour show. 7 hours from start to
7
finish.
hours of wrestling.
Fucking hours. Well, not constantly wrestling, because it was 2 hours of a pre-show, which is a lot of panelists and whatever, but that's fine since at the beginning. And then about 4 hours of them walking down the ramp, because...
Oh, that's good. That's good, solid.
Because the ramp was... It's comical. It was hilarious, some of it. It was just... Really? You're going to make this long? Because people were just walking down. So they do their initial, their taunt, their pose at the top of the ramp. And then they just walk in. And the camera pans out and zooms out. And you just go, oh, fuck. And it just keeps going and going and going. But yeah, it was a good show overall.
Does somebody, win WrestleMania? Or, how does that work?
Well, it's just matches. So the feuds build up. It was enjoyable. A big thing. Spoilers for WrestleMania, I guess. Undertaker retired.
There's no spoilers for sports.
I mean, it's a spoiler in case if anyone hasn't seen it yet.
Yeah, but you wouldn't say spoilers for a hockey game.
You would? Well, you can.
I mean, there was an awful lot of fighting. But I'd also like to point out there was a lot of love. And congratulations to the newly engaged John Cena.
Yeah. John Cena got engaged. Yeah, he proposed live on air.
John Cena.
I don't know how she ever dated him when she couldn't see him, but I guess she just fell in love with his voice.
She overcame that. She can't see him, but she can see their money. No, I'm sure they go out because they love each other. Apparently, John Cena, really nice guy. He does the Make-A... He's granted the most wishes in Make-A-Wish Foundation history, so that sort of must speak to his character. Gives up a hell of a lot of his time there, so... It's a decent dude, apparently. But yeah, the thing I'll say is, one thing, the most exciting part of the night, non-wrestling related, was... Because after about 4.5 hours, 5 hours, I was done. I was tired as fuck. I gave up drinking. I was just I'm going on to water, because I just can't. Because one of the big reasons why I stopped drinking was because for a good half an hour, we were just engrossed in this lad who was standing in front of one of the TVs. And it's in a club, so it's wall mounted, so it's quite high up, the TV is. So he's looking up with a drink in his hand, and he is gone. He had fucked up. Really seriously drunk. He is so drunk he can barely stand. But he is just watching, engrossed, and he's sticking his finger up and really yelling at the screen. He's so engrossed in it, and he's just rocking back and forth. And in front of him is the bar, behind him is a table full of drinks, bottles, and a lot of people sitting around it. And we were just placing bets on which way he was going to go. We're is he going forward? Is he going backwards? Because he was wobbling. And that became more fun to watch than the WWE title match, that's for certain.
And was he okay? Was he okay in the end?
In the end, his friends prevented certain, absolute total wreckage. They carried him away, and we never saw him for the rest of the night. So I can only assume they put him in the corner, give him a glass of water, and just let him chill. But, see, this is the thing, because it kind of spoilt my enjoyment, because behind us, the last few times we've done it, because the reason we go to this bar is because my friend is a wrestling promoter. He promotes a local promotion. He owns a local wrestling promotion. So he does some crossover, and he does some drinking games and stuff there, and a bit of cross promotion. So we normally have a VIP section, which is all separated from everyone else, which is cool, because you don't really want to be in with the crowd and all the pissheads, because that annoys you, which is always good. But this time we just had a little teeny tiny table right in the middle. I don't quite know why. And just behind us was a dozen of these, I'm going to say typical wrestling fans. You could probably conjure that image.
Yes.
They were there.
Muscular, intelligent lads.
Exactly. Or I'd just say, more accurately, the average club goer in England, sort of just downing beer that's way more beer than's, necessary. And they kept fucking chucking drinks, which would do, They did it the first time when the Hardy Boys came back. They literally just like
The
raised
Hardy
their hands.
Boys?
The Hardy
As in
Boys
the
came back.
mystery novel series?
Not that one. But they came back, and they just
Did
tossed
Nancy
their
Drew
beer in
come
the
out to
air.
fight?
And it just really like went over as I turned around, because that's one thing that sets me off when people throw beer at you, because I'm ready to fucking spark someone out when they do that. Turn around, they're a lot bigger than me. There's a lot more of them. I slowed my roll after that one, because I was like, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, guys, you just got on me. Cheers.
Yeah. Cheers. Yeah. Good show, guys.
Reconsider.
Please
Keep throwing
don't.
them, please.
Yeah, it was, what the fuck? Yeah, Hardy's. Woo! But yeah, that really does
Nancy
matter.
Drew.
It did spoil the enjoyment a little bit, but you know, that's the pros and cons of being out with the public and with a lot of people who are fucked up and pissed. You know, just that's what happens. But anyway, it was good. Wrestlemania was good. Persona's good. Final Fantasy's good. The new spring season is good, but we'll get into that a little bit later. And finally, Manimal. How was your week?
It was a week, like weeks that were weeks or something. There was karaoke at school, so I went up and I did 6 tunes. I won $50 and I got the Mio Death Devil figure with that money because I spent wisely. It was $40.
That's amazing.
What?
I want to say, Manimal, this might sound cheesy, but I'm proud of you for doing that because
Oh my god.
you're not a fan of like going on stage and shit like that, are you?
It's not that I'm not a fan, it's just I haven't done it.
Yeah.
Because why would I do that?
For $50, that's why.
Yeah, and it was worth it. Hopefully the Mio figure comes at a good time. It might even come before the Azusa figure. We'll see.
You still not got that Azusa.
For freaking Psycho Amari's album. It's not here yet. I'm so pissed. But anyways.
Yeah,
Also, I also have a Canon keychain that's supposed to be here at some point. It's also not here.
that's good.
But, you know.
It's all right.
But yeah, that was pretty great. I mean, you know, it's something. And other than that, there's nothing too exciting to say. The show's finished for the winter season, except for Kobayashi. You're watching the show. I'm like, this is good. This is good. Oh, wait, there's another episode. What? Okay, I didn't expect that. Episode 13, whatever. Gab Dropout was a good show overall. I mean, there were moments that were not very funny, some hit or miss bits, but it was decently solid. Akiba's Trip, it started pretty good, but then it just got incredibly lame and became a chore to watch every week because I was like, I've had enough of this show. Like, I don't know, the progression of it and everything I didn't like at all. I thought that it was not as fun as I was hoping it to be. I mean, as this kind of like otaku show that has all these themes in it, it's good, but it was, I don't know, I thought it'd be better, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And then Scum's Wish was really great. It had a satisfying conclusion. A lot of stuff happens. It just didn't have the emotional impact that I thought it would have. You know, like when I watch it, I'm like, this is technically very good. And I technically like this because of all the things it's doing and everything and what it's portraying. But it doesn't hit the emotional level like something like Whiteout 2 does. Because maybe it's something that I can't relate to or whatever else. There's something on a level like that. But it still is a fantastic show. And the ending was great and all that business. And that is what I have to say. That is all that there is to say.
Oh, yeah. I've still got to finish, there's 2 episodes of Masamune no Kun Revenge that I need to finish.
Massive Mooney-kun.
Massive Mooney. Massive Mooney needs, I need to finish that one. I'll get onto that at some point in the next week. And then 2 episodes of Yojo Senkai. Blue Exorcist was fun. I enjoyed it. That's personally my favorite arc out of the manga thus far. So, yeah, I don't really know what else to say. It's Blue Exorcist. It's good shonen. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It was very well done. Is there anything that you finished now?
I finished Interviews with Monster Girls.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoy that show. It's got some depth to it you wouldn't think of, but it's also got a sexy succubus teacher with some tiggled bitties.
Occultic 9 levels, or?
No,
not
levels
quite.
which are reasonable and don't look like inhuman wrecks.
But in order to avoid accidentally titillating anyone, she's got to control her power level by wearing frumpy clothing.
Which somehow makes it even better.
That makes it...
I mean, kinda, yeah. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's not
It's
bad
me
season.
going, hot people not even trying and still pulling it off. Oh, boy.
Bam. Bang, bang. Bang,
like
bang,
those-
bang. Love and die.
Is it like those American teen comedies where it's like they pull the ponytail out and take off the glasses and that's it? It's like, they're
No,
attractive.
I mean, it's like she gets into a swimsuit and you're just throwing the frumpy clothes back on going, no, you had it. You had it going.
Oh. That
You
happened.
don't gotta try. Just, darling, be yourself. You know what's
Something-
hot? You being comfortable. I
Something
want
similar.
to know that
I
you're
don't like this.
comfortable.
This is like, I'm having images in my brain of you being like a shady producer for an idol group, like being a bit overbearing to
boy.
them. No, baby. You gotta put that on. You gotta put the frumpy clothes on. That's what the people want.
Would you like a jacket? Are you cold? I want to make sure you're comfortable.
That is the exact opposite of how idol agencies work.
That's White Knight Nair. That's the new character.
Just take a nap, you know? We don't got a lot going on. Just get well rested. You got to take care of yourself.
Bam.
Can I offer you a fruit salad? We got some strawberries, some grapes in there, pineapple. What the fuck are those doing? Oh, I don't know. Pineapple are good for you. You also have regular salad if you think you could use some more nutrients of the vegetable variety.
It's not bad. It's not bad character. White Knight Nair. That's it's okay.
This reminds me.
Don't take your clothes off. My fetish is just making sure people are happy and healthy. Don't stop. Get away from me. I want you to go, maybe hit the gymnasium.
This is very important. Do you guys remember Lady Beard?
Yes.
He's like the freaking wrestler guy who was like an idol, and he was with these two girls, and they had like this idol unit. They did like some really badass songs.
Oh yes, yeah.
He's back with this freaking jacked, like incredibly fit idol, and they're called Deadlift Lolita, and they have a song called Six Pack. It's called Six Pack Twins. Again, it's this huge guy and this jacked idol. Like, she's actually like the most fit idol I've ever seen.
Like, has she got like that weird?
She doesn't have like a rippling six pack or anything.
She is ready for the ladies, WWE.
Yeah, she's gonna tear some people
in a
apart.
way, she's getting there. But oh my god, this song is great. Everyone check out Six Pack Twins. It's very important. Lady Beard has come back.
I'd personally love a show about a bodybuilding idol. That'd be pretty good.
I would absolutely. I really want that to happen because we need an idol show that just spits in the face of idols. Like, we have anti-idols already, which is a great subculture. But in terms of anime, like, idol shows are always sanitized and pandered and all this business. We need like the ultimate freaking bodybuilding, just fighting at bars and getting incredibly intoxicated idols.
Instead of Love Live, it's Lift Live.
Lift Live. Love Lift.
Love Lift.
To live. That would be incredible. That's what I want. I want just freaking jacked idols and they fight all the time, and that'd be great. Please do that. Speaking of things that fight all the time, I guess let's talk about Ghost in the Shell, the new film, which only I have watched, but I'll talk about it briefly right now. In short, I thought it was a pretty good movie, actually. It was fun to watch. The visuals are fantastic in this film, like all the set pieces, and it was very dense, actually, the way everything was packed in this movie. It looked really great. And, well, again, I don't love the original, and even when I watched it, I didn't fully understand it because I wasn't in the right mind for it or anything. The way this movie's told is a lot simpler, and it probably cuts out a lot of the things. I can't compare, but it's told a lot more straightforward, and it was a fun movie. I actually quite enjoyed it. I like the pacing and everything to it. And okay, obviously, again, the visuals. That's what I like to go to the theater to see, a movie with good visuals. Why would I pay so much to see a movie in the theater then? Right? But
yeah.
Again, I enjoyed it. It's an action movie that's not, well, I mean, it has explosions and action, but it's not like, what I realized that I don't like about superhero movies are that they're always super loud. They have cheesy catchphrases all the time. They're always playing old songs, which is just a cliche that I just get rid of that, please. It's just corny. I love AC/DC, but I don't like hearing their music in these films. It's just stupid, to be perfectly honest.
That's pop culture. It's, hey,
I don't like that. That's what I liked about Ghost in the Shell, is that it had a nice tone and everything in those terms. It wasn't just like the Avengers or anything like that, which the first Avengers movie was fine, but I didn't like the second one very much.
The old Ghost in the Shell did have its own unique soundtrack, and I heard somebody make a dubstep remix of one of those old songs, and it didn't sound good.
Of course it wouldn't, yeah. I don't even remember the soundtrack in this movie, to be honest. It was very low-key and everything. It didn't stand out to me at all. But, again, I enjoyed it. I think, like, if you like the trailers, I would recommend watching the movie. I'm sure a lot of people... It has very mixed reviews, but I
was just going to say...
I enjoyed it myself, and that's all that matters to me. I found it fun. It's certainly not Evolutions, so we're good.
Cool.
Yeah, I was going to say a lot of mixed reception, very much. The very first review I saw was from Kotaku, but there you go. That says it all.
I don't know.
It was like, I think I can't remember one of the things they said. It was, yeah. As I say, always take
people like that are always looking for something to complain about. I swear.
See, somebody told me one of the plot twists, and I think that works just fine, even like more so in the context of the movie.
Yeah,
because in the old anime, not so much in the manga, but in the anime, one of the plot points was the Major didn't care walking around mostly nude, because in her mind that wasn't really her body. Mm-hmm. And there was such a dissociation between what she thought of as her body and what she did. And it's kind of why she was more brave, because she didn't care about what happened to that body. It was just the shell she was in. And I think in the future, when people make robot bodies, someone is going to go, hey, I like Scarlett Johansson. I think she's attractive. I'm going to make a robot body that looks like Scarlett Johansson. And I could perfectly see someone getting thrown into a body because they had a bunch of Scarlett Johanssons laying around. And a Japanese lady wakes up.
Yes,
goes,
I see
this
what you mean,
isn't my
actually.
body.
Yeah.
I guess I'm just a Scarlett Johansson now.
That makes sense why the race would flip in terms like that. Yeah.
I thought you were just doing a throwback.
Factory goes, I don't know, I'm just going to make a Scarlett Johansson. She was pretty popular and attractive 60 years ago, but I still think she's hot.
Wait, only like 60 years ago?
If I mean, it takes place in the future.
Yeah.
But only in 60 years you think there's going to be robot bodies?
Yeah, we're going to have
Probably, yeah.
We established this last week. There is going to be robot bodies.
Okay. We got this. But
if I was making robot bodies for people, I wouldn't look at celebrities today. I would probably make like a Maureen O'Hara or an Audrey Hepburn.
Okay.
Because, they're all old and decrepit and dead, and they probably wouldn't care as much if I made a robot body out of them.
Yeah.
Why not? Sure.
I suppose that'd be a weird thing. It's like, you made a robot clone of me without my permission. That's going to be a strange law that's going to have to be brought in at some point.
Oh God. Oh God. I read a manga one time about a guy who likes to make dolls. So, he chills out at this high school girl and, makes a doll of her. It was odd.
A little weird.
It was one of the more interesting manga I've read.
What was it called? Oh, I can't remember.
Do not remember what it was called at all.
Yeah. I will have.
But if you just look up manga about guy who makes dolls, you'll probably find it.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I will, but I will have more to say about Ghost in the Shell next week because I'm going to see it tomorrow. Should be.
Yeah.
Same with the Power Rangers, which.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I heard one of you listeners.
Wait. Power Rangers.
So here's the thing. That song you just played was in the movie.
Really?
It was also in the movie for about the exact same amount of time as you played.
Was it the original song or just the actual?
It was a remix that was not quite. It wasn't power metal. That hurts me.
Damn it! Did they make it some kind of more modern, clubby thing? Or
yeah.
They
got that. It was like a women's choir doing it.
That's not
really
right.
Yeah.
Go, go, Power Rangers!
Okay, that would be kind of
Exactly
cool.
that.
Or was it
Yes.
like Black Church Choir? Like,
Kinda, yeah.
go, go, Power Rangers!
Okay, it wasn't
yeah.
like a gospel choir
Vacant,
version of
that's whiter than what you did before.
No, it wasn't. That was
I said,
gospel.
good Lord, those Power Rangers.
I haven't done the pastor voice yet.
No,
Don't make
I'm
me.
giving you the hassle.
Speaking of Hassel, they're making The Rock David Hasselhoff in Baywatch.
Yeah, they are.
And also, I want to correct myself on the preview episode. I said that The Rock wasn't in Fast and Furious, but he actually is. So I
He
was
is.
wrong. I realized that when I saw the trailers.
Also in Jumanji.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they literally had
That
two
looks
Rock
weird.
trailers back to back. I was like, my god.
Dude is busy, which is why he wasn't at WrestleMania.
Also, I remembered how much movie trailers just suck. I hate movie trailers. But anyways, Nair, Power Rangers.
So Power Rangers is not as shit as I thought it was going to be.
Okay.
It is. You can kind of tell that movie was edited on the fly, that it was kind of a Frankenstein of different people trying to make different movies.
Mm-hmm.
It's not great, but it is not as offensive as I thought it was going to be.
Okay, that's good.
I still don't know who it's for. Because that's
Wait,
not for
Literally
kids.
what I was just going to ask, because
Oh.
I was going to say the movie I'd assume is for nostalgia, so people in their early to late 20s who grew up with Power Rangers, and it's for children, because that's...
It is a 2-hour movie. You don't see them in the suits until the last 20 minutes.
That's an...
That's
Is it an
getting
origin
bored.
story? Literally?
Yes. Oh,
Oh,
God, is it
okay.
an origin story?
Oh,
And
geez.
okay, you remember our talk about Rogue One?
No.
Yes.
I compare it to that in that it's about, an hour and a half of characters I don't really care about,
And then cool
just
stuff
going
happens in
through the
end.
motions. But boy, that last fourth of it was pretty fun.
Okay.
Did the robots...
Billy is still the best ranger,
Yeah.
with Zach being not too far behind. Jason and Pink Ranger, whose name escapes me, they're both
Kimberly?
all right. Kimberly.
Yeah.
Trini is like barely a character. She gets
got
little
stiff.
to no screen time. Her main character trait is being unpleasant.
Aw.
Hey, Nair, would you say that the best character in this movie is Krispy Kreme?
Overall, I'm gonna have to give Chaim Saban's Power Rangers presented by Krispy Kreme a 3 out of 10.
3 out of 10. It's pretty weak.
That's not bad. I need to see it, so I could be doing a double header at the cinema tomorrow.
Oh God.
The movie theater, to see Ghost in the Shell and Power
The
Rangers.
movie Radiator.
The movie Radiator is going to radiate out some robot fun. That was my question I was going to ask you: is did they do the robots justice and the Megazord justice, or does it just look like Transformers?
They did the Zords by themselves justice. I don't like the designs of them or the Ranger suits quite so much, but in motion, they don't look so bad. They need to keep the helmets down, though, because they do that stupid thing that movies do nowadays, where the actors got to have their face showing,
Yeah,
so the
that's
visors
lame.
flip back.
That's
and
lame.
It doesn't look good when they do that.
I hate that.
The Zords
That's
themselves
like
look
Optimus
awesome,
Prime's mouth.
Yeah,
but they pull the Megazord right out of their ass at the very end, and it doesn't. That is a bad design.
I've seen a still of it, and I was like, "Whoa, that just looks like a cheap Optimus Prime knockoff."
Yeah,
But I didn't
Oh,
want
yeah.
to. I was like, "Well, it's one still, so maybe it looks better in the actual film."
It's that design philosophy in spades, though. And like Alpha 5 doesn't. He works better again in motion, because that was another character design that I first saw as a toy,
Yeah,
and it looked. Ooh.
not
What
great.
about like
Oh boy,
Rita?
Rita's fun. She's fun and creepy, and they do some weird like ring style shots of just weird creepy. That is a confusing movie.
Yeah, it
Which
looks a
one?
lot darker than I thought it would be. But I
Power
guess
Rangers. I thought you
everyone
meant the ring. I
has
was
to-
like, what?
everyone has to go, okay, take this light-hearted and colourful show and make it Christopher Nolan's Batman. Make it all gritty.
Because after the flop that was Guardians of the Galaxy, we don't want fun, colorful adventure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the Power Rangers was never about that. It was never cheesy.
No.
And it was never
No.
about that at all.
I remember all those episodes where they just sat around and crying.
Yeah. People were abusive households and...
That was a good show. Like, they throw in enough little nods and winks, but they stand out because they don't really fit the movie as a whole.
Yeah, because
was Johnny Young Bosch in it? Did he make a cameo?
I didn't see Johnny Young Bosch in it, but I did see Jason David Frank, the original Green Ranger and Pink Ranger show
They
up.
made a cameo, I heard.
Oh,
and you can point at him and go, "Oh, it's them!"
Speaking of voice actors, you've totally just reminded me.
Yes.
One criticism I have of Persona 5. Igor's voice has changed. It is not the one from P3 and P4.
Do you know why that is?
Is because the guy
it's not
died?
The one from my fourth.
Because the original Igor died.
Yeah. Oh, no. I was thinking that. I was like, 'cause that guy sounded a little old. It's, I believe it's David Lodge, the guy who did, like, Kenpachi Zaraki and, any other roles escape me right now. He's got a good voice. Jiraiya.
That is a baritone.
That is a weird choice because it sounds like they've deepened his voice and slightly slowed it down as well. I guess he's just speaking more methodically. But it's, welcome back to the Velvet Room, prisoner.
And you're just getting splashed with testosterone in your face every time he speaks.
The Velvet Rope, good album.
I still not got over that. But it, that's a minor criticism. But anyway, that game's awesome. It's so good. Yeah, I just can't wait. Speaking of why we're just on Western stuff while we're away from anime, I've just watched...
While we were talking about cowboys...
We were talking about cowboys. Speaking of cowboys, my favorite cowboy is Rick Grimes. I just watched the season 7 finale of The Walking Dead. Did anyone else catch that?
I don't watch that stuff.
Oh, okay.
I watched the first season and said I'd watch season 2 when it came out. And that was, I think, 4 years ago.
Oh, I wanted to gloat.
Possibly 6 years ago.
I wanted to gloat and say everything I predicted came true, but I can't. And since now I've just remembered that I've never brought it up on last week's episode and we've never discussed it here, I realize that's the wrong place to say it.
Talked about this show, at least when I've been.
It was good. Oh, speaking of zombies, a little bit of news. Unfortunately, a little bit of sad news. We didn't bring it up last episode because I didn't see it, in all honesty, until afterwards. But Daisuke Sato, the manga creator of High School of the Dead, has unfortunately died. Passed away at the age of 52.
Yeah.
So.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's young.
I mean, that was on hiatus since 2000 and I want to say 2011.
But it was done. It was never going to happen again.
And then they did release a new chapter in like 2000. Really randomly, like one chapter just came out in like 2013. I want to say, about this time, like 2013. But yeah, that's unfortunate. Really young age.
That is a combination of too young to die, but also kind of too old to be drawing sexy high schoolers.
I think he just did the story. I think someone else did the art. Although I'm assuming
it's
he's
not
on
like
board.
they look like high schoolers.
Not really.
That's fair.
Yeah, safe to say that story, unfortunately, is never coming back, even though we kind of suspected that. But yeah, condolences. Condolences to him and his family, unfortunately. No manga creator, far too young. But moving on from that to springtime and brand new shows.
Okay, so Attack on Titan 2 episode 1 happened. It happened exactly after the last episode, like literally 2 seconds after the last episode. Gave you like a little bit of a flashback, and I was like, okay,
should we say spoilers?
Yeah, obviously spoilers for this.
Spoilers for Attack on Titan season 2. If you've not seen it, we'll add an annotation on the video or whatever. We'll skip ahead.
And you don't care right now.
Have you seen it yet?
I know it's in the basement. I'm good until we pass that.
I also know what's in the basement, but anyway.
Listen, I know what's in your basement.
I also know who the ape is, but anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry. I just wanted to establish spoilers.
Yeah, spoilers. Okay, so this episode is very slow reintroduction to things. We see the main three for like 2 seconds in this episode, but it has like these two reveals. It's like the Titans are in the wall, and there's an ape one that talks.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, okay, the wall one was kind of freaky.
Yeah.
Freaking looking at you in the wall. That was like, oh, okay. And the ape was, yeah, it was a talking one.
I will slightly disagree. I guess overall, I think it wasn't that slow. I guess at the beginning it was.
It's not that it was slow. It's just that it was kind of a slow burn because like I thought it'd come back and they'd be like running around and just destroying stuff and
well, it ended
like
on
Mikasa would be like and stuff would happen.
It ended on the whole big battle and it was dealing with the aftermath. Yeah. I actually thought they would spend more of the episode doing a catch up, and I thought like the first half was literally going to be bringing up the audience up to speed. It doesn't do that. There's like 30 seconds of it. Go on.
Why was like Potato Girl and all of them? Why were they in that building and not in uniform? I don't remember.
Okay. The reason all of the other cadets who were in Mikasa and Armin and Eren's class, they were all unarmed and in plain clothes. The reason was because they were suspected because Annie turned out to be a Titan.
Oh,
they suspected she had friends who, so they suspected part of that group. One of them had to be a Titan, or they assumed there might be. So that's why they weren't allowed to be armed. But then
forgot that.
Yeah, that's the thing. It doesn't, like, there wasn't any catch. It didn't say, oh, by the way, this is what's happening to these guys. This is why
probably
Eren's...
like 30 seconds of flashback.
Yeah, which I kind of liked but then I very recently rewatched season 1, so it's still fresh in my memory, and I've very recently caught up with the manga, so I've read it within the last few months, so that's why it's top of mind. But I assume people who've left the series for a few years, so much is going to be like missing.
Well, yeah, I watched season 1 almost 2 years ago, and there's a lot of stuff where I was like, oh, okay, that's a thing, I guess.
We'll get it right out of the way as well. Second season opening pales in comparison to the first two.
Well, okay, it was never going to beat the second opening's the better one, but it's never going to. The first one is an eternal classic, and this was trying to recreate that, but it has a different feel in the chorus. I thought that the actual composition from verse to pre-chorus was pretty cool. It had a good shift. The chorus is pretty underwhelming in comparison. Exactly. It's just kind of a run.
It's missing.
It's not like a wow, this is epic kind of thing.
It's missing that
just
epic orchestral rock sort of like but a lot more visually, a lot more action, a lot more combat. Everyone's
like the sequence in the chorus where the main three are flying around looked really good.
Pretty sick. Yeah. I mean, obviously it's Witch Studio. The artwork looks really nice. It's very fluid. The only complaint,
it's a very brown show.
Yeah.
Like the show is like in one word, it's brown.
Very, it's like the medieval-y style, like, very sort of. It's weird because they're vibrant, the colours, like they are very rich, but also muted. Like, if that makes sense. Yeah. I know it sounds a contradiction.
Well, especially noticed it in the scene. What's the scientist girl's name?
Hanj Zoe.
Yeah, like when she's talking to the preacher dude, like that was like I especially noticed how brown
even
it was.
The sky was like dusk, so it was like very brown.
The sky was really dirty too.
Yeah, but the one I was going to say
was
I was just going to say, sorry, when I was talking about the fluidity of the animation, one thing, CG of the horses when the horses were running,
I didn't even notice that, actually.
I really noticed it, but
really?
It wasn't bad, it was just, I noticed it, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I also wasn't watching it in the best of quality either, so I don't know. But yes,
you can say illegally. I understand.
Yeah, I know.
No, it's on Crunchyroll, but
yeah, sometimes the streaming's not the best.
Yeah.
Although I need to call out on the ending, on the opening. Sorry, I need to call out the final scene where you see the Beast Titans introduced, which is the new antagonist, and you see it running. And there's a fucking whale, a T-Rex,
the freaking dinosaur.
Like, why? Why is this imagery coming?
It's Beast Wars.
It's so dumb. Like, I was like, what? Wars. That has nothing to do with the show. That just showed literally an image of the Beast Titan running and then like a whale and all sorts accompanying it.
Maybe
no idea why.
It has something to do with evolution.
I guess, I suppose. Maybe. Yeah. I just thought it looked unnecessary.
I thought the Ape Titan felt kind of silly in a way. I mean, the dude's reaction was like they totally nailed his reaction to that thing talking. But I don't know. Like you have this thing with these massive arms, right?
Yeah.
He's a freaking ape.
He's
and then
very...
he starts talking, and it's just like,
Yeah. That's the big
Sasquatch
reveal.
would like to say hello.
Yes, it's a Sam Squatch. Yeah.
There was
Slap Squatch.
That's the thing. It was weird because obviously the designs, like the colossal titans, got them little stumpy legs that are really funny. So the designs of titans are funny, but fuck was the show a little bloody and dark. Like the ending of the show.
It went all out with the ending.
Where
of
Mike got eaten alive. That was pretty brutal. For a few seconds. It was like a POV. Of him, like, and just the mouths, like, coming out. Oh, man, that was pretty grim.
The last scene was done very well.
I wasn't expecting that from it, especially because those Titans before that. My personal favorite was Shy Titan. There was
the one who was behind the wall.
There was one who was like running and covering like where his genitals and chest are. Like he was sort of as if he'd just got out the shower without a towel. It was really funny. I really love Shy Titan.
Was amazing.
I was like, please let Shy Titan be around a little more. But yeah,
what's the significance? Why were they freaking out that they're coming from the south?
Okay, so I'll go through the story for anyone who.
Everyone knows the story. But...
Well, if you haven't seen season 1 in a while, you need to be brought up to speed. So basically, they're in the second wall at the moment. The guys are in the interior, the middle wall. They were freaking out because Wall Rose is the second wall that was yet to be breached, and they believed that the second wall had been breached, just like the first one had 5 years ago. So that was the big thing. It was like, holy shit, finally Wall Rose has fallen. A little bit more to it than that, but, I don't want to give any spoilers.
Is it like, what was it called in Evangelion? The second, I don't remember.
I can't remember.
Second Impact.
Yeah, that's it. Sort of. It's like that, fuck, we're going to have to fall back to the last wall. We haven't got the room for it, blah, 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 blah. So that was the big panic for it.
My question for you is, when you talked about the gratuitous on-screen violence, was it the kind of violence that has those weird black bars over it because they can't show it on TV?
No.
It wasn't very much not that.
It wasn't like, you seen his arm getting torn off. It was more... a lot of blood on the screen. The voice actor did a really good job of just showing that because he was like a strong warrior type, and he was giving this, it ain't over, like, why you're still fighting, you haven't lost and all this. And then he sort of is just shitting himself of this suddenly into, like, they've never found a Titan who was intelligent before. And this beast Titan talked and was talking about his weaponry and he was just stunned. But then he sort of finds his resolve at the last second only to then be eaten alive and screaming for them to stop. And it was more that, because it was like more off camera, but like it was like, like I was not ready for it in Attack on Titan. I know obviously it's a gruesome show, but worse. It was quite, it was, like, just, he did it, like, props to him. He did a good job. The horse throw was cool. I mean, I love that. That's basically the Beast Titan's power, is he can throw shit.
By the way, the two things that upset me about Attack on Titan is when they do stuff to the horses and when Aaron's mom died. Those are the only scenes that did anything to me on any kind of level.
Fucked up. Pretty bad.
And then you see Aaron's mom again in this episode.
Yeah. Well, there's a bit more that's going to be coming. The ending gives away the ending gives away spoilers, if you know.
No, I didn't watch the ending sequence.
Yeah, no one pays attention to the ending, but the ending's showing like the history.
So it's basically like a fairy tale opening.
Kind of. Yeah.
Which showed you exactly what's going to happen.
It's more subtle, but it's sort of giving you backstory without you knowing, like if you pay attention to it. But it'll be made more clear. But it kind of gave me the idea of where they're going to stop, because there's only 12 episodes of Attack on Titan, so for season 2.
Enough.
So it's kind of.
I guess that makes sense.
That's probably why there wasn't tons of catch up. They're just getting right stuck in. But it's going to be fun. Like I say, I really enjoyed it because it becomes much more
decent first episode.
Yeah, they're definitely going to have the Colossal Titan and Armored Titan reveals, which I'm excited for because I enjoy those characters. So
again, I'm like 80% sure I know who the Titan is because I read a comment.
Go for it.
It's like, it's Aaron's dad.
Who was which one?
Big ol' ape man.
Do you want me to tell you?
Yes.
Okay. It is Eren's stepbrother, half brother.
Yes. Okay, I saw both.
Zeke.
I saw someone say it's Eren's dad, and then someone said it's his half brother.
It's his half brother. Eren's dad.
Didn't even know he had one.
Neither does Eren. Oh no, he does now. He understands now because his father came from. This is again spoilers for the manga. We've already said it. Fuck it. You know, if you're not up to date, skip ahead.
Yeah, I already know what's going
Eren's father comes from another island. They discover that they're not alone on the Earth. It's very much, you know, there's more advanced tech out there, and there's more advanced countries and nations. They're just exiled behind their little walls. His father came from far away. He originally had a wife who was the Smiling Titan who ate Eren's mother. Which you'll find out.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I'm spoiling more.
Jesus bacon.
Go on.
That got revealed like a few chapters ago. Yeah, so he had a child, and he joined this resistance because they were descended from these people who were allied with Titans. So, like, they're second-class citizens. He was in a part of a rebellion, but his son, Zeke, who was the Beast Titan, he betrayed him, and he's loyal to the government of this faraway island. So he betrayed his father. His father got exiled and sent away. And obviously he wants to bring down this government. So Zeke's coming. So that's kind of why they're trying to steal the Titan power and all that sort of thing. Like why they're targeting Eren. Really convoluted. It gets quite confusing as the manga. It's definitely not going to get to that part.
I liked it better when they were just in a wall and they were fighting Titans and nobody became a Titan and it was just humans against big things.
Because there was stakes.
That was better.
Yeah, there's a really good one, with those guys coming up in this, where there's like sort of not a last stand, but they're sort of cornered and they've got to sort of fight and they don't have like their swords and stuff. Really good. Because there's tension, the stakes, because they're not just, oh no, we've got to get out jail card. It's Eren just going to turn into a Titan and fuck shit up. It's like, you know, they have to get creative and hold off the Titans for a bit. So I love that the best. Like, I love when Mikasa was going on a rampage and all that kind of stuff. That was the best parts to me. That's why I like that it follows the secondary characters a lot.
Yeah.
Rather than just, Eren's just going to turn into one and just fuck them up like they're nothing.
Yeah. But, yeah, no, I guess I don't care too much about spoilers because my engagement with the story is incredibly low. But I'll see what happens with this season anyways.
It'll be
not
fun.
Just to stay current with the hype and see what goes on so I can talk about it.
It'll be enjoyable, like I say. It's really good. Should be enjoyable, blow for blow. I think the 12 episodes might actually help it because it's going to be a lot tighter in terms of storytelling. There's not going to be as much, sort of callbacks and flashbacks and all that kind of thing. It's just going to be core story.
I hope that they make a show. I hope they make a steampunk show that's set on a boat next.
Cabaneri of the Iron Yacht.
No, it can't have Cabaneri in it. It's going to be called like freaking Steamboat. No, it's not going to be zombies. We did the Titans. We did the zombies. We need another kind of. They come from the sky.
Flesh-eating colossal
They come from the
squids.
sky.
Oh, okay.
They're velociraptors. They're on
wings.
a boat. They're on a boat. Think about how scary that is. They're on a boat in the middle of nowhere, and there's velociraptors attacking them.
So you just want the anime adaptation of Huckleberry Finn?
I don't know anything about Huckleberry Finn. Is that like a dog or a kind of gem?
No, it is an old Mark Twain novel. It's a literary classic, right down to the velociraptors falling from the sky.
Oh, well, guess what? I didn't know that.
Boy, that joke would have gone over a lot better if you knew a thing or two about classic literature.
Jesus, I know a lot about Captain Underpants, which is getting a movie.
Yeah,
it looks
that looks awesome.
It does look like it could be pretty fun. It has a lot of characters from the original books, and the animation looks like the Peanuts movie. The Peanuts movie was really good, by the way. That was a pretty good film. And I don't know. I mean, like, if this came out when I was a kid, I would have been like, oh my god, yes, this is the best thing ever. And I mean, it's a franchise that literally made me draw. So, you know, that's a thing. But
that's the book series that got me into reading. Like, as they were coming out, first grade. Boy, oh boy.
Good old Captain Underpants. Speaking of classic literature,
Lewis
Lewis C. Carroll was wrote Alice in Wonderland. And there's also an Alice in Wonderland.
Wait, I'm not done.
Ah,
Did you guys see the trailer for Iron Man 4, which featured Spider-Man?
I get it.
Do you mean Spider-Man Homecoming?
You know, I like it better when superhero movies are about one superhero, and they were just like that, and they didn't have to have all these other things happening.
Well, this is
like
the third origin story for Spider-Man.
This.
I didn't like that trailer at all, and I'm definitely not going to watch the movie because it's not Tobey Maguire and because it just looked like an Iron Man movie, but, you know.
I think it'll be good.
Probably. Anyways, what were we talking about, Vacant?
I did a terrible segue to another show that we watched. Did you watch it, Manimal?
You watched. I'm not watching something. I'm not watching a friggin' 45-minute episode of something I don't care about.
Alice and Zoroku. Fucking 45 minutes for the first episode. I did not know this until I was 20 minutes in. So I thought it was going to be Alice in Wonderland, sort of the anime adaptation, which I thought could be cool. It's not. They basically just
you just thought of that because of the Alice in the title, right?
Well, they have nods to it. Like, basically they've taken the theme and terminology. So, like, you know, she's the Red Queen and, you know, she made a place called Woodland. Basically, I'll set the premise up. So, she's a research subject, the secret lab that's making supernatural beings, and it's all kids. It's like a research institute. They're all mutants or whatever, you know, kind of like Stranger Things. She escapes because she wants to see the outside world. They are called the Dreams of Alice. This is what they're called. And their power is that they can make anything they imagine real. So they can do whatever. They can teleport. They can summon giant arms out the sky. Even though they say that, they specify that they can do anything. They all have their one power. Like, so one girl can call anything with a chain. So anything that has a chain on it whatsoever, she can call. So a wrecking ball or a bike or anything like that.
Handshakers. Going back to handshakers.
Do you know, it's kind of, but, like, better. But then that's not hard. So it was 45 minutes. I quite enjoyed the action. The CG for the action is not bad, but holy shit, I have to mention, the cars in this. Oh no, it's bad. It is so bad.
Taking it back to 2004?
It is PS2 cutscene level of CG. I'll see if I can find, like... I wish I could find you a clip of it, but it's probably not going to be on YouTube, or... I could check the show out, Alice and Zoroku on Crunchyroll, so you can get a good quality stream. Go into it and look at the car chases. It's about 22 minutes in or something like that, 20 minutes in. Oh, it's bad. It's so bad. I was laughing. Like, I rarely watch a show and laugh because the cut from CG to traditional animation is, it's something. Overall, no, not bad. Like, it's about the guy, you know, there's an old guy who takes her in because she's a runaway or whatever. He reluctantly takes her in, you know, gives her a place to stay.
She's a little runaway, daddy's girl, and now she works the night away. Ooh, she is a little runaway.
He's the strict grandpa. He's going to, like, bring her up and teach her morals because she doesn't really know because she's gone, you know, through this research lab and she's wanted and hunted. So you can sort of see where it's going to go. He's quite violent as well, no? He punches the shit out of her. I mean, the comedic punch down, do you know, the punch on the top of the head? But he does that a few times, and it's like, dude, she's a little girl. She just told you that she's been raised in a lab. Like, you know, there's a reason why she doesn't know how to use chopsticks, because she never fucking used them before. Don't respond with physical violence. That's, you know, how is she going to learn?
Sounds like Chunibu.
You don't know how to drive a car, bitch.
The main guy destroys Rika at every chance he gets, but he can't hold her hand or show affection, but he can smack her on the head all the time.
It's a bit weird. But yeah, it was okay. I'm going to watch the second episode. It's pretty, like I say, it's going to be a by the numbers anime. I don't think it's going to blow anyone away. It's just
you wait for the plot twist.
If there is one. I don't know. There was like a girl who had a blue, because when they create their powers, they sort of make like a sort of little energy flower thing. It's sort of like crystals, but in the shape of petals or something. They sort of do that, and they all have pink ones, but this girl had a blue one, so she's like from a rival organization. I don't know. I'll give it a try. I'll give the second episode a try, because I've invested 45 minutes into this one. But yeah, we'll see.
Okay. We also have Sgt. Pepper is coming out with a 50th anniversary edition on July 1st. It will incorporate Strawberry Fields and Penny Lane into the track listing, which will be interesting because they are the two best songs from the sessions. Also, there's an anime about Korin. It's basically it's a 3-minute short about this girl who gets super drunk, and there's this guy, and then she's walking home super drunk, and this guy's like, "Hey, come to my place," and she does, and she's just chilling out, and then this guy chugs some water, and he spits it down her throat, and that was gross.
Of course, Corin's known to do this.
It's about
any
Korin.
Opportunity.
It's about Korin.
I couldn't stop him from doing this in London.
Yeah. Okay, that sounds accurate. Sure.
Yeah.
Nair would know, of all people. Basically, this is a not shoujo, but the other word Josephine. This is a Josephine. This is one of those, but all they do is bang in it. That's why it's a short. That's literally literally that's all they do in the manga.
Fair enough.
And yeah, it was something.
If you want to see banging, you want to get straight to it, I guess. You don't want to fiddle around with all this plot.
I think there might be nudity in this later, I think, but
gets a little spicy.
Yeah, I don't it was kind of creepy actually what happened in this episode when you really think about it. But
the undertones weren't thingy.
Yeah, that was weird, but it was about a bald guy, and
we should say that it's literally, it's the 3rd of April today, so most of the things have not come out yet. This is why you think that we're scraping the barrel.
It's more like all of it except for that.
Attack on Titan, Boku no Hero Academia. I haven't watched the first episode of the second season. Not yet. The only other show I watched was Sekai no Yami Zukan, which don't bother watching it because it's a series of still images.
Oh, that's nice.
It's a 5-minute shorts, and
it's a pitch drama.
Yeah. It's basically just ghost stories or urban legends that have been made into like a sort of. It was shit. It was boring.
Did you know that
there was a
White
brief
Album
moment when you
story?
said ghost stories that I was thinking of the anime Ghost Stories, and I was
stories.
on board. But no,
not the.
You're talking about
Lord and Savior
the stories.
Speaking of ghost stories, on April Fool's, Lantis channel posted a 15-minute Love Live Sunshine live-action puppet short.
Oh, yeah.
The April Fool's joke is that they're making a movie of it. It is terrifying, but interesting. It's like, okay, you have Chica, Rico, and you, and they're in puppet format. It's live action. They have, pig noses, and they're walking around. They encounter Cannon, and I don't know why, but Chica, beats the shit out of Cannon for some reason. And then they encounter Daya dragging around Hanamaru on a leash for some reason. And it was weird.
Yeah, I didn't like the design. The design creeped me out of those puppets.
I like, it was like Sesame Street or something like that. They had the wire arms.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I thought the wire arms were something that news reporters had to have, cause they were the mic. So I always thought because there was the reporter guy in Sesame Street or whatever, I always thought real life news reporters would have wires like that because it would just be their mic or whatever, right? So I thought the puppet wires were just something like that. And I thought that news reporters had wires on their hands like that.
I'm just picturing a news reporter being really serious, but then their arms are just flapping around like they would on Sesame Street.
I'm sure some people would say that they are like that, but I wasn't trying to make some deep metaphor there. I was just being literal.
Hey, aren't all these newscasters puppets? Yeah.
There's Anime List had a compilation of the April Fool's jokes, and a lot of it was just live action. There's we're making a live action of this and that and this and that, and it was pretty amusing. But
Best April Fools.
The Love Live Sunshine Puppet Show is very interesting. It's 15 minutes long too, and it's not subtitled. But
yeah, no, because you sent it to me, and I clicked on it, and I watched about a minute, and I was like, how long's the shit? And then looked, and it was 50. I was like, fuck.
It's an elaborate April Fool's joke.
This. Best April Fool's joke I've got to give a shout out to, because I saw it all over Facebook and everything, was the Pornhub April Fool's joke, which apparently, if people went on it, did you hear what they did? Okay, apparently,
what did they do?
Apparently, if you visited Pornhub and watched the video, a pop-up came up on your screen and said, "Thanks for sharing with all your friends and family. The new feature, auto share. We have established a new feature of auto share. Do you want to disable this? Yes or no?" But it was like basically telling people that they'd shared whatever video they've just watched with everyone on Facebook, Twitter, and everything.
Oh no!
Amazing joke that is.
That's a good one. I've always thought the best one was back in 2008 when the YouTube homepage, when people used the YouTube homepage, and every video was a Rickroll. That was a classic era of YouTube.
Google's was the best. The mic drop. Can you remember that one? Was that last year or the year before?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't remember that one.
Okay,
last year YouTube did was it last year that YouTube did the Snoop Dogg?
Yeah, Snoopervision or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
The mic drop was dead funny. Google did it. So any email that you sent from Google, there was an option underneath the send, next to the send button, was to send mic drop. So it looked very similar to the send icon. It was right next to it. And what it would do, it would attach a GIF of a minion dropping the mic, and then it would it would basically end the email thread, so you would not receive any replies. You couldn't reply back to that email. So a lot of people accidentally pressed it. Those people include a publisher. Somebody had submitted something to a publisher, and because they accidentally pressed the mic drop thing, they didn't get any replies and missed out on this deal, so they were out of a job. Also, a funeral home sent this to a woman. They sent it, so literally, talking about the arrangements for the deceased. Mic drop. Nothing. So obviously you can understand that they were a little bothered by it as well. Did not turn out as they expected. Did you guys get caught up in any April Fools or anything like that?
I mean, there's a couple of YouTube videos that I was like, oh, wait, what? Oh, yeah, it's April Fool's Day. I didn't get a chance to do anything on the forum. You guys are all boring. You didn't do anything.
Hey, well, we did change the Twitter page late in the day, I admit. We changed to an Onaragaru.
I wasn't necessarily yelling at you.
To be fair, late in the day for you was right on time.
That's what I was thinking. Although it kind of bad because I changed it to an Onaragaru tribute site, so we went to it, and then I left the house for work and realized I can't change this now because I'm away from the keyboard, so I can't physically, because obviously the images and stuff are on my own laptop, so I couldn't change it until I got back a lot later on. But never mind. No one cares.
I'm sure someone saw it and they were like, "Whoa, that's good.
That's some good." That was an incredible April Fools.
They have 82 episodes dedicated to a 12-episode short. That is beyond my comprehension.
If only we'd been more prepped and we'd done the Onaragaru fan-dub that we're planning. That would have been a brilliant thing to release. But never mind. That's still coming. That ain't an April Fool's. Rejoice, everyone.
You know what's not an April Fool's? If you're done, are you done?
I'm done.
We have another edition of Mugi X Cake. Woo-hoo. It is very short. It's a very short edition again. But this one, Vacant, you be Mugi, and I'll be Yui. And obviously, Nair's the narrator.
Of course.
Before we jump into that, there was a advertisement for Final Fantasy XV's new DLC, which was episode Kenny the Crow.
Yes.
The friendly fast food restaurant mascot saving the world with floating fish powers.
That was interesting. But anyways, Mugi X Cake Chapter 3.
Is there anything else beyond this section?
No, it's just this.
Okay. So I'm not voicing any characters besides narrator.
Yes.
How now, brown cow? Sorry, gotta
vocal gymnastics right there.
Yes. Getting character. An explosion of love like dynamite lasts only as long as the intensity of the blast. Like the passing of the clouds, the smoke clears, but the aftermath never vanishes. The memories, the scars. Mugi looked down at the cake, her face red, her hands shaking. Cake looked back at her with his shining white icing, perfectly spread. Mugi gulped. The fuse was lit. She stood and shyly put her hands behind her back, facing the floor. She took glances at Cake. Silence filled the room. Mugi kicked at the ground with her left foot. Suddenly, she perked up, but Cake already knew. In a flash, her ribbon hit the floor. Surprised by the sudden movement, Mugi stepped back, the ribbon dropping down to her toes. She looked down to see Cake, his icing smeared on top. Mugi's eyes were wide. Her heart beat so fast it was like a kettle ready to explode.
Mugi-chan.
Mugi quickly stepped aside, shoving away Cake's plate as she stood to face Yui.
Yes?
I forgot Kita.
Mugi looked at the floor. There stood Yui's guitar encased. She nodded as Yui walked over and grabbed it. Azusa waited at the door, peeking in. Mugi grinned as Yui skipped back, waving goodbye once more, one more time, and then shutting the door. She heard Azusa talking loudly down the hall until every voice faded. Mugi quickly grabbed her bag and stormed out. Slamming and locking the door, she left Cake out on the counter, alone with his icing smeared. Mugi's ribbon lay on the floor below him. Mugi panted at the end of the staircase. She felt the spot where her ribbon was. She looked down slowly to see her icing. She looked down slowly to see on her icing tip.
Her icing
fingertip.
Oh my
She
god.
looked down to...
She
looked down slowly to see on her fingertip Cake's icing. Mugi rubbed it off on the wall in a panic and ran off. The school day was over. I'm sorry about fucking it up right at the finish line there, fellas. I apologize.
That's okay. This is, as you know, it's a very slow build. We're not just getting right to the action. It's
I know you
slow burn.
teasing me with this information. I want
It's a bit
to
of a
see
slow
some
burn.
girl on Cake action.
You gotta wait, man. You gotta build it up. You can't just go right into it.
That's very true. Oh well.
Yes. So, we did a thing, and we did a thing. Is there any other things that need to be did?
I'd like to take a moment to talk about the dangers of yeast infections.
Oh.
Women, do not go shoving Cake.
That is nothing that we know about,
your
but
hoo-ha.
okay. Perfect.
A good
I'm not
idea.
exactly sure
you for
how
that.
yeasts work, but I can confirm that most yeast is used in cake. So don't go shoving it in your hoo-has. Probably not healthy either way.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really? But yeah.
Really?
That was good. I mean, we were a bit light on first impressions, but obviously most of the shows haven't come out. Next week we'll cover a lot more, so Clockwork Planet, Boruto, Recreators.
Not really that much more, actually. A lot of stuff comes out on the 15th.
Really? Ero Manga Sensei's out on the 9th, so that's all we need.
Sure it is.
But no, there should be enough, like I say, and obviously we'll catch up with a bit more, so hopefully some more final impressions of winter season as well, once Kobayashi is wrapped up and I've actually caught up to Massimo.
I don't like that. I wish it was actually done so I can just move on. Last year is perfect because Dagashi Kashi ended on April 1st and Space Patrol Luluko began on April 1st. And now it's just not as good.
You're in limbo at the moment.
Oh, Jesus.
I have started rewatching Code Geass as well. That's the new thing to watch with my girlfriend. It's either that or RuPaul's Drag Race. Code Geass.
Jebuo.
You what, mate?
What?
Jebuo.
You what?
Wait,
Jebuo.
I don't know what you're saying. Are you okay?
Jebuo.
Are you okay?
My God, do you skip the opening or something?
Did a bee sting your tongue or something?
Are you trying to say the Jabu?
Yeah.
Okay.
But the best part of Code Geass, the first opening.
Because you didn't sing it and because you just sort of went, you said it really monotone. Jabuo. Jabuo.
I bit my tongue and now I'm talking with the inflated tongue in my mouth.
Do we need to call an ambulance? I don't know how we call an ambulance since you're in an unknown location. You're in Manga Raid's HQ, but we just don't know where. We record these in separate rooms.
This is Yellowknife. For the Yellowknife Community Podcast. I am Barry Goldman. This is my dad, my stepdad, Royal Fizzlebottom.
Royal Fizzlebottom. I'm going to change it now. That's my rap name, Royal Fizzlebottom.
And this is Walter Gibraltar. Gibraltar.
Hey, he did it.
No, that wasn't what it was. It was Walter
Gibraltar.
Gibraltar.
Walter
They
Gibraltar.
cut grass with scythes over here.
That's such an obscure throwback, but I got it. Oh, good old Lego. He was going to be here.
Spring is here. I can't wait to dust the scythe off and get cutting grass.
Just fucking get knee deep in that grass cutting.
Yeah, it's like Fairly Odd Parents. Remember when Timmy's parents got lazy for one day and their grass became a jungle after one day? Yeah.
That's how it works here.
In
Glenn's
remember that.
That always happens here. But yeah, next week we're going to have a lot more
Wait,
first
do you guys
impressions.
remember what was the name? The owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome? Was it like Dimsdale?
Dimsdale Dimmadome.
You just keep
No,
going.
but he was like Dimsdale something. Whatever. Shut up.
Oh shit, we didn't mention. Rick and Morty dropped a new
My
episode.
new favorite anime of this season has come back.
It just randomly dropped an episode out of nowhere. How weird. It was just playing on loop. That was very strange to see. But yeah, more new Rick and Morty, which was awesome. So the best show of the spring season it's going to be. But no, that was exciting. Maybe that's where Sherbet is. He's playing Persona 5 and in his Rick Sanchez costume, I'd like to imagine. But yeah.
Okay, now I have a question for you.
Okay.
What did you name your burgling team?
You don't get a chance to name it. It's just Phantom Thieves.
I don't know what the shit they're talking about anymore, guys.
I could swear there was an option for naming your group of thieves because someone typed in the word hamburglers.
Oh, maybe it comes up because it's literally we've been told by the cat that, we're going to be Phantom Thieves. And I was like, what the fuck is that? And he said,
I don't know what the hell they're talking about.
We're talking about
anymore.
Persona 5 again, sorry. You become a team burglar. It's, it's weird. It had a bit heavier, I know Persona's always had a bit more of a sort of mature theme, but yeah, there's a suicide attempt, domestic violence, there's some things that's like, they're throwing it all out there right away. They're pretty cool. Not suicide, don't attempt suicide, anyone, that's not cool. But the game itself is amazing, and I'm probably going to get off now. It is the Monday, it's the Raw after WrestleMania that we're cutting into, so I'm probably going to flip that on and then maybe play Persona into the early morning of 6 a.m. and then go bed, because why not?
Good for you. I'm going to be waking up early to pick up my copy from GameStop.
Woo-woo. I mean, if you want to jump on the PS4, you can watch my screen. Or
I
maybe
might
not.
actually do that.
Do you know what I should have done? If I was organised, I should have done a Let's Play and should have just loaded that up and gone, yeah, we're current. But we're too lazy for that. I am, anyway.
We're hip with the times here on the Yellowknife Community Podcast. Tune in next time as we discuss Flying Witch, High School Fleet, Kisniver, and other new shows from the spring season.
It's going to be a right romper stomper.
I think you'll be surprised. I
You
think
heard
that
it
this
first here, folks. A right romper stomper.
Next week, I promise to get round to telling you the riveting tale of the origins of the Scalextrics in the UK.
Hey guys, Konomi Suzuki's third album is out. It's called Lead. It features Love Is My Blade, which is a good song from a not good show.
Speaking of lead, let's lead ourselves out of here. Have you got any parting shots?
I'm gonna have to take one to the nostril.
Ooh, spicy.
Right to the nostril.
That's my fetish, that one. I haven't told anyone before, but, we're releasing this information. Have you got anything there just before we head on out?
I mean, you do like
I
wrestling.
want to say shout-outs to everyone who got their copies of Persona 5 early. I hate each and every one of you for special reasons.
Thank you.
Individually, you're all scum. You're dead to me.
Mayor has to wait another decade to play. Too bad. Too bad. So sad. So sad.
So sad.
So sad. What are we going out on? What song?
We're going to be going out on my song, This is an instrumental track titled... Oh shit, which one should it be actually? Hold on, gotta think. If Only Ice Froze as an Ice. From my EP Crayon, which, spoiler alert, every song on Crayon is about the characters in K-On! There's 5 songs.
Clever.
This song's about Mugi.
Oh, that's topical then, with Mugi X Cake. Next week there'll be even more Mugi X Cake. It may
Oh my god, okay, yes. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye.